Tell me what, at this moment, your hopes are for Pakistan, as well as your fears. What's the upside and what's the downside?
Well, the downside first. The downside is the war on terror. Pakistan is sort of in a precarious position. It's like during the Vietnam War, Cambodia became a casualty. The fear is that Pakistan could become the biggest casualty of this war on terror. And so, the way this war on terror is being fought, there's no one wants terrorism, but the war is actually producing more terrorists, and it's likely to, be nursery for future terrorists, the way things are going. Secondly is the economic position of Pakistan, which is extremely precarious. And we have a government where the Prime Minister has the responsibility, but the authority lies with Benazir's husband, Asif Zardari. So we do not have the governance to cope with this crisis, either economic or in the tribal areas. The upside is this movement by the lawyers, by the civil society, by certain political parties, behind a Chief Justice who, for the first time in Pakistan's history, has given us hope for an independent justice system. So independent justice system means independent election commission, which means a genuine democracy, which we have never had.
How strong is the feeling among the people of Pakistan for change and for democracy and for a stable government that's responsive to the people?
More now than ever before. And the reason, Charlie, is we've had independent television channels operating in Pakistan in the last 5 years. And these channels have changed the country. The level of political awareness, the understanding of issues, understanding of democracy is more now in Pakistan than ever in its history. Hence, you saw people coming out to receive the Chief Justice. The common people standing behind a Chief Justice was unthinkable 5 years ago. There's a RAND Corporation report, which I read just about a week, 10 days back. According to the report, in the last 40 years, only 8% of terrorist activity has been won by military means. Yeah. The rest has been policing, intelligence, and dialogue by isolating the terrorist. I don't think this is the right strategy which is going on in Pakistan right now. It's creating more terrorists, it's creating more hatred. They are getting sympathy amongst the people. The more the bombing takes place. And remember the Pashtun character, there's a history of Pashtun. They've resisted every invader. Whenever the outsider comes, they all unite. Otherwise, they fight each other. But when the invader comes, they unite. And this is, I hear some talk about US troops going into the tribal area. It's the biggest, to think about it is such madness.
But they have made clear, the U.S. has made clear that if there was clear and convincing evidence of where bin Laden was, they would go after him, regardless of sovereignty, regardless of anything.
They have said that, but look at the number of times they've bombed areas and they've killed tribal people, what is called collateral damage. And all it does is, and not just in Pakistan, in the Afghanistan area too, even Karzai has commented upon the number of civilian casualties. What it's doing is they're losing the battle for hearts and minds. You've got to get people on your side and isolate the terrorists. You should not be doing things that will push people towards the terrorists. And that part of the world, every man is armed. There are about 1 million armed men in the tribal area. I mean,
a million armed men.
The tribal belt, every man in the tribal area is armed.
Join us online at charlierose.com.